Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Let's pull this over here. So we're here looking at the scans for today. Is that an email? Okay. All right, yeah. So we're here looking at the scans today. Top volume mover, Nixie. Good morning, Mike D. Nixie up 349%. GGE up 73%. ALT up 71%. HCDI up 36, CMND 30%, BIOR 28%, and PAPL up 23%. So these are our top movers. These will be the first things that we look at to see what's their chances or probabilities that they'll make a move in our favor, whether you're short or long. So we'll look through all of those, and I will recap the month of November as well. November was a pretty dry month for me. I took 2 weeks off. Took 2 weeks off of trading. So I was looking at the market, but yeah, I didn't get involved. I was just, chilling. Ended up green on the month. I had one trade that really should have been a different strategy. I took a trade on a large cap stock, and my thesis on the fundamentals was right, but the small cap strategy did not work on it. It should have been more of a swing trade. So I'm gonna be working on some kind of large cap swing trade strategy here soon, because I'm interested in trading large caps. Most of my trades are in small caps, but I mean, I understand fundamentals. Fundamentals behind large caps is like, it just makes sense to me. But yeah, let's go over first of all what is up right now. So we'll start with Nixie, and this is my the scanner screen. I'm gonna jump over here to the main screen, trade screen, so we can see the news over here. For Nixie, and good morning, Donnell. Nixie, looking at the news on today, not a whole lot of news today, but we can scroll back and see if there is anything else further back that could. And another thing that I've learned is that there are, for me, there is the day one, which is day one news is popping off. Day two, where either the shorts are going to win or the longs are going to take back control. So a lot of times when we see these stocks that have great news that get sold off on day one, I'm like, that shouldn't have sold off. Why did that sell off? A lot of times I need to keep my eyes on those, because they end up, the shorts interest goes down. After it goes down so much, the shorts are like, well, this news could be good. So we may need to start getting out of our position. And so that re-rise or that pop up back to previous resistance levels is what I'm looking for. But anyway, Nixie, let's scroll back and see if they had any news that may not have come out today. And also on these tickers, they can have recycled news. So they can have news that happened like earlier this year and they just put the same news out. I kind of like to make sure that the news that's coming out is not recycled news, because man, I've run into some situations. I'm like, bro, if I only knew that news actually happened, in February, right? I'm here trading it as if it happened today. But this thing's been around since February, and the move isn't even that great, not that strong, not that much conviction, because it's recycled news. All right, so scrolling back, January, they had a publication. Earnings came out. They had a Q4 loss per share. Nixie presents initial positive data. That's phase 1 trial data. That was back in, let's see, May, June. More reports. Another, now this is recycled news. This is second quarter loss. So that's like earlier in the year. Next, they're cutting over half of the workforce. to fund development novel therapeutics. So they cut half of their workforce out on this deal that they've been working for since whenever this month is, October. No, not October. September, whatever that is. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. August. So they cut half of their workforce out on Nixie. That looks like something Shorts would be interested in. Let's see. They did a 1-for-25 reverse split, and they have a extended research partnership for type 1 diabetes. Okay, so workforce cut, reverse split, and a kind of like a partnership. So they're not really owning it; they're just kind of in on it, on the partnership for what's going on with that diabetes solution, or I say solution, drug or whatever they're working on. Okay, so that's Nexi. Next one is GGE, which is a cheaper one. It is Green Giant, only up 30 to 32 cents. Really not that interested, especially with this chart. Let's look over here, and this is before. Actually, let's just look through the news before we go through the charts and narrow down just on the news and what's going on, and then we'll jump over to the charts. I don't want to waste too much time on looking at charts and burning time. So GGE is probably out of my realm. If you have some kind of strategy for these cheaper stocks, you can probably look at this one, but this one's not even wouldn't even be halfway tradable. This one says it filed a 500 million mixed shelf registration, or mixed shelf security shelf offering. Yeah, just not what I'm looking for right there. Let's go ahead and jump over to ALT. Round 5, trading at 550 right now. No news on today, but let's look back at its previous. And Nexi, I'm not really into it anyway. Nexi will just keep on board just to see what happens. But yeah, with that reverse split, firing half of its workforce and all that stuff, I'm good. ALT, autoimmune says trajectory of weight loss at the end of treatment. Okay, that's a lot of words they're using. Why don't they just get to the point? Tale of 2 investigational obesity drugs. Okay, obesity drugs, phase 2 obesity trial. I mean, yeah. So obesity, if you're interested in obesity stocks, ALT is definitely one for today. It's got 10 million shares traded, up 74%. We'll keep that one up there because it's already got attention. So we'll keep it up there just because it's a volume. But obesity news. Next one is HCDI, which is another cheaper one, under $2. Moved from 65 cents up there to $1.23. Harbor Custom Development Inc. announces buyer waives all contingencies on 14,250,000 sales of townhomes. Okay. Announces executive team transition, so some movement in their leadership. Q1 loss. I mean, that's old news because Q1 was what? January, February, March. Okay, let's continue coming down. Do they have anything? They did a 10 million public offering this year. They development secures a 19 million loan, which isn't a whole lot for a business. Okay, HCID, that's a cheap one that may or may not get choppy. We'll see if it just does crazy, then sure, we'll bring it back, but I'm going to take it off for now. Not a top watch for me. Pixie is always a choppy stock. We've seen Pixie over the last couple of days really going crazy on yesterday, and we've seen Pixie before. Wait, where did my news go? We've seen Pixie before, and I always lose on Pixie, so I really don't I don't really like it. I think I forgot what their original news was, but I think I haven't traded in like a year and a half or something like that. But they did a 1 for 24 split, and then company. So the split has been on their news for a while. Postpones reverse split 2 weeks due to CEO's donation of shares. Direct offering. So they got a lot of money movement, but I don't know what they're producing. It doesn't look like they're producing, anything that would make me be like, oh man, I really want to be in on Pixie. But Pixie is one of those that I've lost on before, and I'm good. I like to minimize those losses. I'll keep it on the board though, just to see it. BIOR. Biora Therapeutics says FDA cleared application. Um, FDA cleared. You said no news on HUBC. Been watching this for a while. Mike D says HUBC. Is that up for them? I'll throw that. Over here. We'll look at that one. HUBC. Okay. Um, but Biora Therapeutics shares rise 64% after FDA clears the ulcerative colitis treatment. That was last month. It still hasn't broke over 2. I really like things to get over 2 to kind of give me some playroom. It did have earnings and stuff, but it's just not on my radar being that cheap. So we will remove that one. Next one is looking like CMND. It's a weight loss treatment. Okay, so this is another weight loss, obesity one. These usually I kind of stay away from because there's so many solutions to weight loss. So there's a lot of competition on these ones. This one really doesn't interest me like that. Even if it does shoot up, it usually, like if we look back here on the chart, we can see it had pre-market moves, big pre-market move coming right back down to where it kind of started because there's so much competition for weight loss. Okay, CMND, I don't even care about that one. It can do whatever it wants. PAPL up 19%. It kind of went down a little bit. This is Pineapple Financial expands into Western Canada with new corporate office in Metro Vancouver, British Columbia. Okay, that's cool. So they're doing some expansion, but they still haven't broke over 2 either. $1.75, up 17 cents right now. Let's see. So right here we see October Pineapple Financial Inc. to start trading tomorrow. Initial price target was $4. So did he ever even? Yeah, it got up there, but it has not been back to $4 since the beginning. So it hit 425 and now it's at 123. So pretty much lost its initial IPO price where they thought it was thick. So yeah, that's not going to be on the list today. All right, so now we've covered pretty much all of the gainers for today. Let's go over my trades for this week, or yesterday I took a trade. So this trade right here on BMEA, I actually had marked out the levels here for right around, wait, is these the, oh, I might have did it on my other computer. Let me make sure. Because I'm pretty sure I was looking at 1250. Oh, I got rid of it. Okay, so the original day was 1250 where I wanted to come down here. 1250 down to the $12 was where we were looking. Me and Donnell had talked about this in the Discord. I think I had removed these lines because I didn't want too many lines on my charts. But this was the original entry. And it during the day, I like to take a trade during the day and just, close the trade by the end of the day. It came down here to this 250 aftermarket. And then it rose up here towards 14. I was like, man, this thing's going to go. It's going to leave me in the dust. And then it comes back down to 1267. But it's like beginning of the day, beginning of the market. And I use it on trade to open like that. So it bounces down here in the open to 1250 and pops up to 1493. I was like, no. But I saw what I saw on the charts was all of these gaps here. So we had a gap up during aftermarket from 1340 up here to 1359. Then we had another gap 1375 up to 14. I was like, man, all of these gaps around here, the market likes to fill gaps. And I was wondering how many gaps can it fill? So I actually started my position. I was looking for this thing to break down 14.25. I started my position, small little amount around this 14, and I really pretty much got my full size in. It was 475 shares in this little position here, between the 14.25 and 14, and it dropped down some, but I was like, okay, it's just filling this gap. I looked at this gap right here. I was like, yeah, just getting this gap fill, and then it started working its way out of there. So if we go back over here to my statements for yesterday, so right here, these were my original buys on this one. I started my, well, no, this wasn't the start of the buying. The start of the buying was much higher. So this is where I started buying 1444. I bought just a little bit, maybe like 50 shares. And then it came down to 1425 is where I was really aiming for. And so I got some 1429, and then it came down some more, got some around 14. And so this was multiple entries all the way down to the 14, even got some under the 14. And my average price after all of this buying, well, my average price started up at the 1443s, but when I got done getting into my position, my average price was 1406. And so I just waited for this thing to start going up. Now you can see my original sales. So I was selling after I was looking for it to get to 1475. That would be like 75-cent winner. But I kind of started chopping off around that. Once it got up to the 50, I took a little bit off, where you can see these 1454s. It got up to the 75. Where are those sales? 75s. Yeah, up here. Sold some around the 71s, 60s, 80s. So I was taking, so I got about 80 cents of profit total, and just, playing it, taking off. And Donnell was there riding with me. It was Donnell, all the people that were in the Discord actually were riding with me on that one. I had called it out early. I was like, man, I really like this trade, but I really just don't know if it can get that continuation. And so aftermarket, of course, I'm trying to close my trades into before aftermarket, and it chopped around this 15, never did break, broke in the aftermarket, gapped up 15, 18, all the way up here to almost $16 in aftermarket, but I had closed my position, and now it's coming back down to the 15.10. So at this point, I'm done with this trade. I really don't care no more. I was really interested, one, because of these gaps, two, because of this nice, almost a triple bottom here, but a clear double bottom around this 12, whatever this is, 1250. But I was like, man, I like this trade. Now, talking about trades. So let's go ahead and jump over to my TraderSync. So this is the journal that I use to actually keep up with all of this stuff. The one red trade that I had this month was on Dick's Sporting Goods. My thesis was right, but the small cap strategy would not work for a large cap. I was expecting to close my position by the end of the day and be done. I think for these large caps, though, I'm going to focus on swinging them, because, I understand the fundamentals. I'm just using the wrong strategy, employing a strategy that is reliant on big moves very quickly, and not so much, letting the fundamentals play out. So I'm gonna be looking at getting into some swings. If I go over here to my calendar, I did not take that many trades this month. I did end green. As you can see on the year from January to today, I'm 60% wins, 40% losses. And these are all of my day trade accounts. Of course, Charles Schwab was the old account that that I was using Street Smart Edge on, so I always include that. And then this is the new account, Thinkorswim Day Trade, that I put in here from, drawing my transactions off of Thinkorswim. But let's go to the calendar here. So very few trades this month. This month is like naked. Last month I took 4 trades. This month I took 3 trades. So this month I took a trade on the second for 246 bucks. And then I lost. This was the Dick's Sporting Goods where I was trying to get the trade in on that day. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna close it out, blah blah blah. I'm out of here. And then this was my last trade of the month, last day of the month for BMEA. So to be honest, I shouldn't have used that strategy on Dix. I probably would have been, more green, but whatever. I did take 2 weeks off in here though. So, and I also, on the 2 weeks that I took off, I left myself a note here. I had a missed trade here on RILY that I was watching. I was watching it, but I didn't take the trade. I just was like, whatever. I don't know why these 2 weeks were so busy. I was on the road and I was all over the place checking on my phone and stuff. And so I was like, yeah, I'm not in a good headspace. I'd rather just finish the month small green than finish the month, looking crazy red because I took trades that didn't make sense. But jumping back over to what was I gonna look at? Dix. Dix. So looking at Dix, this was man, this was my so this is the level that I had drawn out on this 15 minute. I was looking at the 120s to hold, and I actually got in right here at the 124, right around 124, 125. It fell down here, and I actually ended up holding this day, but I saw it end up coming down here, testing on the 20. So I went ahead and got out like right in here in the 121s. This thing played around in this level a couple of days, 1, 2, 3, 4 days, and now look where it's at. I saw the fundamentals. The earnings were great. The business model is working. We're coming into Christmas season. Everything was adding up, but my patience level or my time span was not to swing it, right? So I went ahead and cut it because I went in with the mindset, let's take a day trade. This thing ended up coming from the 120s and now it's back at the 130s. So that was disappointing. Would have been a nice trade. I think I was in with like maybe 300 or not 300 shares, maybe 150 shares or something like that on this one, and that would have been a nice trade. $10 move from 120 up to 130, and it's just a learning experience, gathering the data or whatnot. And yeah, I'm definitely going to be gathering data on these larger caps. And trying to do more swinging on those because they really just have to have time for people to just buy and buy and buy and buy before they make that move. But yeah, those are my trades for this month. Not that many trades, but I am green on the month. I only took 3 trades, so whatever. My average is 6 trades a month, and for the most part, I mean, I'm 60-40, 60% accuracy. So, I'm doing okay. All right, but back over here on the scans, let's see if anything new has popped up. Will I short BMA? I'm thinking to buy a put. I don't know if I don't a put against that one. It had pretty good news. That's why I was kind of interested in it because I was thinking the shorts could get trapped. But if you see short possibility, I would say, find some strong resistance. And actually looking back over at BMA, that strong resistance, let's go over to the actual charts here. So these were all of the levels that I had drawn out here on the monthly. One, I was definitely watching the entry back into this red level here. This is what had me so interested in this 14 holding today. It came down, bounced right to this 14. I was like, man, is it really going to allow the shorts to push it back into this red? And so I went ahead and really bought up this area and got that nice move off of this. Now, when you look on the higher time frames, it makes a little bit more sense than that 15 minute that I was showing earlier. Higher time frames, you can see clearly this top $14 is where I bought and got that move up to about almost 15. Looking at the weekly chart here, same thing. The 14 was not as clear on this one, but you can see it back here on the shoulder of this previous candle. There was some kind of consolidation around this on the weekly chart, but the clearest one was the monthly chart. Really, that's the main reason I took that trade. But let's jump over to no. Let's stay here. He said he wants to short this, so I mean, it could be a good short now. It depends on if the shorts or if the longs give up on it. So right now on the hour chart, we see this pop down to this 15, kind of getting a little bit of buying pressure. I don't know where I would look for it to hold now. If it goes back through the 14s, I think it's going to be a short, because that's going to be re-entering that nice sell-off area that it was on before. So I would say a breakdown of 14 would be a short position, but or a put position like you were saying. But before 14, I just wouldn't trust it. It's got to break back down that 14. Ooh, it just got a buy up there. Getting a little excited. Calm down. We got 5 minutes to the bell. Nice buying signal on the hour. But yeah, I'll wait for that 14 breakdown for real. Let me go over here, or I will wait for that 14 breakdown for a short. I don't know about the buy, or if you're gonna go long, just I guess you know be mindful that it has already made some moves and volume may not be the same as it was the past days. All right, but jumping back over to the stocks that we've been watching, we got Nexi still up 349%. We saw that it has a couple of red flags on it. Alt is another one that we're kind of watching. Um, what else? Alt. I can go ahead and take BMA off. I'm done with BMA. I got my trade. I got my piece. Oh, I did. I got 260. So it covered the loss on the month from Dix. Dix was a $210 loss, and it just shouldn't have never happened with that strategy. I'll do better. Next time I'll be. First of all, what I need to do for large caps is size down and let it ride. Size down, let it ride. If I'm looking to take 300 shares on a day trade, come on down, get 100 shares, get 50 shares, and let it ride. After I get the confirmation of true support. But yeah, take Dix off. Take what else did I say I was gonna take off? I took BMA off. These are some movers from yesterday. MINM was up quite a bit during pre-market and kind of played around with people all yesterday. And so I don't care about these they're just up playing around. Look at all these wicks and stuff on the 15-minute, just not even attractive at all to me. But now down 23% on today, so I'll go ahead and pop that one off. Just want to recap what was going on yesterday. We also had AMPE going crazy into aftermarket, and it's down 30%. 30% on the day, so take that one off. Just want to recap that from yesterday. Let's see, SWTX. Why was I looking at that one? It might have been the range. I don't know why I was looking at this one. Let me see the news here. We got about 3 minutes to the bell. Springworks Therapeutic shares trading higher. What was the point? I don't really know why this one's on the watch. Oh, tumor treatment. Yeah. So Springworks shares rise on FDA approval for tumor treatment. That's what it was. Okay. So that was a cancer play right there. I'm gonna continue to watch that one. It's $30, but and it kind of trades sideways too. I really don't like that. Most of these other ones aren't really trading too much sideways. This is like a hard sideways consolidation, but it has the cancer news. So I mean, a breakout of 34s could be nice for SWTX, something like that. But I don't know what it wants to do. I'm not too good at trading consolidation. I really like buying around the support and looking for that challenge of resistance, but I don't know about that one. SWTX, it just has some interesting news, I guess. Anyway, let's jump back over to Nexi to start off the day. We'll watch that, and then we'll transition to Alt, and then we'll look at anything else that's still holding up. But Nexi and Alt are going to be the top lookers. Good morning, Lori, as well. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm pulling back on that pulling back and just taking those A quality setups. That's what I'm looking for. I just need to get some A quality large cap strategy. And that's what I need, because it actually works. The strategy that I'm looking at and the fundamentals that I'm looking at, but I just gotta adapt it to large caps. That's it. I'll be straight. I'll be able to do large caps, small caps, and really mid caps fall in there somewhere as well. It's just about the time that you're willing to let that thing sit. And sometimes I just be like, man, give me my money. Give me my money. All right, 22 seconds left to the open of Nexi. Actually, let's start off. We can watch Nexi on the other chart to see how this thing moves on the hour and the 4 hour out of the open. Right now, it has come down to this, Nexi has come down to this 1030-ish area. Does it have any obvious levels up here on the monthly? I don't really, I see a previous sell area. It had, what, 610, not a whole lot of obvious. So I don't know about this one. It may be one that, you know, scalpers fall in love with. And then let's also look at alt real quick. Actually, the market is already open, right? Yeah, the market open. Why am I not seeing this thing move? Am I tripping? Is Nexi not moving? That one's open. Alt is open. Nexi's not trading. Nexi's not trading. Okay. I thought I was retarded for a minute. I was like, what is going on? All right. We're good. We're good. I'm not crazy. Nexi is just not trading. All right. So alt is the next one that was on the list. Let's jump over here and see what alt looks like on the monthly. We can see it coming down. It has a little bit of level here at the 502. Could be a buying area. Below that on the monthly, let's zoom back a little bit. Oh, wow. Yeah, this has been tested before at $5. So $5 could definitely be a point of bounce right there. Let me go back and remember what the news was on this one, because will buyers be interested in buying this? This one was the weight loss drug. Okay. So, I mean, how much do you believe in weight loss is the question, I guess. But on the monthly, $5, actually a range right here from 5 to like 4. Somewhere in this little capture area could be a spot, but based on that news, I'm just not sure. Jumping back over to the regular chart, we can see my area here. Oh, see, it just falls right in this area, doesn't it? 5 down to around the 4. The same lines that I put on monthly. This is where they are down here. So it's coming on down to that area. And, you know, also have to remember people do believe in whole dollar resistances. So it could bounce at the 5. Doesn't mean it's going to bounce strong, but could find some type of buying there at the 5. HCID, we'll probably pop over and look at that one as well. HCID. Yeah, let's go ahead and pop HCID out there as well. See what it's doing. It is up 55%, but it is a cheaper stock. It has some wicks up here in pre-market. Let's look at the monthly chart. So we can see big wicks on these monthlies. Very nasty pullbacks on this monthly. What is this top? 15 all the way back down to 386. I don't know if that's because of a split or something, but very nasty pullback. 134 there. Looking at the hourly, we can see that it's forming another one of these little wicks. So doesn't mean it's over with for it, but yeah, this is some scalper type stuff right here. Let's jump back over to alt, down to the 512s, coming into this level here. Let's see what kind of action happens at, and this is what scalpers look for. Hey, it's coming into 502, hit 502, look for that 515 retest. That's 15 cents. That's kind of how scalpers look at it. I'm like, I don't know, bro. You know, coming down here almost to the 507s, and we'll see how that plays out. But I'm pretty sure scalpers are making money on alt right now. High frequency traders. All right. While we're waiting to see if that thing breaks down 502, let's jump back over to the scans real quick. Lori says BIOF. Oh, whoa. BIOR FDA news. Yeah, I saw that one earlier as well. That one was a little bit cheaper. Don't know if it can compete. I don't know, man. Maybe. I don't see it on the scans anymore. Um, yeah. So it must have been. It must have went under. Mike D said $10 strike put for January is only 150, and I'm guessing he's talking about BMEA. Jay Kratz, good morning. Don't waste time on Nexi. Yeah, I saw Nexi just kind of sitting still. I don't know what happened this morning. I don't know why it just halted, but I would hate to be have bought that looking for that rip and it just halts on me. HDC, HCDI, BIOR now back up there for just a couple of seconds, up 18%. That's why it's not on top gainers. It's under 20%. Okay, everything else is under 20%. So usually I come back at the end of the day and see all of the gainers that were between 10 and 20% and see what their news is and if their news can carry over to the next day, for trading or whatnot, and if and what their setup looks like. But yeah, for right now, alt still playing around that $5 level, but definitely getting some. It's got 22 million shares traded on it, so definitely getting some volume. Pixie not doing much either, just kind of sitting still. There's the $5. So I guarantee you they're about to hit this, bro. No way they don't buy this off of five. No way scalpers don't take $5. $5 is like a mental like bounce point. There's no okay. Watch this. Straight back up to 515, 520 area. Quick 15 cents and they're gonna sell on people. And then it's probably gonna continue down. But for right now, just touching that five and coming into previous levels where the five has touched as well, I'm thinking it's gonna be a little bit of a bounce here, especially with the first touch. Let's see if that happens. 501, giving them time at the five. Should be a nice pop, at least a 515, right? That's 15 cents. Small breakdown under the five, saw 499s there. Right back up to the five. Come on, buyers. Y'all know y'all want it. 495s, 493s. Let's see that pop back. So that's a full test of a whole dollar level. Will this be an all-day fader? And we already know the bottom side of this little range is right around this $4, but coming all the way down there is a long way to fall. And the market works like a rubber band, so we'll see what happens. Let's jump back over here to the monthly and see it's coming right into this $5 level. 490s, and let's also watch the tape as well. So we see 92s. What we want to see is back to 99s. Is what we're looking for. 94s, 95s, 96, 97. And the tape, I mean, it works as a lagging indicator as well, but it can show you exactly where people are making their orders. Now, I don't look at the tape and say those are buyers or those are sellers. I just say this is the price that they're interested in. Because looking at it and being like, oh yeah, that's a lot of buying pressure, that's a lot of selling. You don't know that. There could be a huge seller just sitting on it, just tap dancing. But I know that that is where they're interested. So that's the pop up over five. Can they get the 515 here? 515, 520 would probably be a target area. Let's see. $515, $520. Come on. There's five. Can we see a break of 510? Not a great bounce right there. I guess if they bought under five, there would have been, a retest of five there for a small little. What was the bottom of this candle? Bottom of this candle is 489. They could have took that back up. That's what, 10-cent win back up to five. Take the profit. Didn't work out. They're out. So waiting for the next bottom. And as we see right here, there is a little bit right here at this 475 level. We can see that this clear consolidation on the 15, but of course I don't really trust the intraday. But a lot of day traders, a lot of scalpers do trust that. So maybe if it touches down here 475-ish level, they'll be more interested. But remember, it's a weight loss drug, so we'll see. Coming down to 475, that'll be the next point, especially if they're over PDT and they're able to just enter and exit. Why not try each one of these? Try 5, get up maybe a little 5-cent bounce, take the profit. Try 475, get a little bounce, maybe back up to 80s, take the profit. Just like that. Oh, okay. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything else. HCDI still trash. CMND up 37%. We haven't jumped over there yet. CMND is one that is now this one on the daily chart. Look at this monthly here. We can see it had a gap, came down, huge rip up on the previous day. And this is kind of just some follow-up action on CMND. Let's see. The body of this candle was right at the 350s. Bottom maybe like right above the 3s. And then this area here above 5s is what it looks like it's trying to aim for. And looking like it's pushing up there as well. So CMND, definitely interesting above 5. Because that's pushing out even more shorts. If shorted this the first time, either this is going to be a failure, and it depends on the news. Let me look at the news. CMND it has weight loss news as well. Am I crazy? CMND, yeah, weight loss, clear mind medicines, obesity drug. So again, will obesity break that high of day is the question. Break over the 5, that whole dollar resistance rather. HUBC, what did I put that up there for? It's 37 cents. Okay, there's a test of the 5 on CMND. Looking like it's going to be looking a little bit better than whatchamacallit, depending on how it reacts here. So this is the first intraday test of the 5. We see a little bit of sell-off. Of course, we know initial tries for breakouts usually fail. So we'll see where it pulls back to. And it hasn't even been the first 15 minutes of the market. So let's see. What? I don't know what ESTC is. Let me look over here at this. What in the world? Shares. It can't be that crazy. This is a large float, large cap. Okay, 19. ESTC. Why are you up? You're $100. You should not be getting any trading. What is this thing? Elastic stock soars. So let me look at the news on this one. Going crazy. Started at 95. Elastic stocks. Wait, let me get y'all over here to the news. Elastic stock soars on higher guidance. AI is key for success. D.A. Davidson adjusts an Elastic's price from 290 from 70. Maintains neutral rating. What is this company doing? What did they produce that made them do that? So Q2 financial results issued guidance. Okay, RBC boost price target of Elastic to 107. It's at 104 right now. What does this company do? Elastic signs 2-year collaboration deal with Amazon Web Services. Let me go and look at what this company does, man. This Elastics. And what was that? ESTC. I just saw it ripping. I'm like, you're up $100 and up 30%. What in the world are you doing? But it's got Amazon and AI in its description. So bots gonna come and attack that heavy. profile, Elastics Technology and Software. It is based out of Amsterdam in the Netherlands. Um, Data analytics company delivers solutions designed to run in public or private clouds and multi-cloud environments. It primarily offers Elastic Stack, a set of software products that ingest and store data for various sources and formats, as well as perform search analysis and visualization on that data. All right, so they were incorporated in 2012. So they definitely got their 5 years in. Um, that's pretty good. They're partnering with Amazon's AWS. So that's pretty big for them. If we look over on the monthly chart, we can see on the monthly, look at how they've gone. So this is the this looks like if this was a head and shoulders, this would be the shoulder here on the 98, and it has broken that shoulder and looks like it's trying to get out of that 112 area on the monthly chart. Where will the buy area be? I really don't know. Maybe down here at 95, maybe down here at 91, maybe down here at 82. There are a couple of places they can get bought back up, but crazy movement there, hitting 105.10 at the top. Daily chart, well, I guess the monthly is pretty much what we need to look at, really. So yeah, couple of buy areas, 82, 91, 95, 98, but there was a huge buy right here at the top, and it looks like it's going higher. 105.35 very quickly. So very interesting one. I was just looking at the scans over here, top percent gainers, looking for things over 20%, and why are they moving? And this thing, let me go and look at the float. That's what I didn't do, because it has a lower shares outstanding, but that doesn't mean that it's a low float. All right, so the float is 80.52 million, which is lower than I thought it was going to be. Insiders holding 18%, institutions holding 78.69% as when was this updated? October, November. I don't really know when this was updated. Let's go over to Market Watch. ESTETC. Okay, this one says 79 in the float. Percent float shorted, 5% of the float is shorted. Okay, let's jump over to FinBiz. Okay, FinBiz, same thing in the float. What about insiders? Insider own 19%. Institutions own 76%. Short interest 3.99 million of that float. So that's 80 million in the float. That's very small short interest in there. But it's moving up because of the news. So the short interest really doesn't matter. They're gonna have to get up off of that. Right. All right, let's go back out to regular chart. Yep, up to 106 for the highs, 106.10, moving full dollars. That's what we like to see. Now, look at this ATR. Its ATR is $4.47, average true range. That's pretty good. You buy a dip on that, you're gonna at least get 50 cents. At least, right? But being a low float, being lower in the shares, you might get more faster, but it just depends. This point, it's pretty much gone. We don't want to buy. You never want to buy into resistance. You always sell into resistance, buy support. All right, so HCDI still playing around. Let's get back over to alt. Alt did come down here, tested this 475 level, and gave a little bit of a bounce off this 450 level that we had marked out here. So yeah, scalpers having fun on this one. And the thing is that I've noticed about most good high frequency scalpers is they're okay with small gains. Like a 5-cent winner for them, they're like, sell, 10-cent winner, amazing. 20-cent winner. Oh yeah, we taking that. The amount of discipline it takes to just be like, you know what, that's enough. 5 cents, 2 cents, that's enough. 3 cents, that's enough. I'm like, man, y'all are built different. Different. But now it's getting pushed down here. We're seeing that it's probably going to take another leg down. We saw that the bottom of this is around the fours, but the problem is the catalyst. It's a weight loss drug. What buyers want to come in and sweep this up? Big buyers, to stop this momentum here. All right, HCDI continuing up almost 100%. It's $1.65, doing this thing here. So ATR of 19 cents. Alt ATR is 39 cents. CMD did that. What did that end up doing? That ended up selling off a little bit on CMND. Lori says looks like GGE is the stock of the day. I mean, it may be. It's got 87 million, but it's also cheap. That's the only thing with those that are super. They got a bunch of volume. It's like, I mean, how many shares can you buy though? Especially if you're over PDT and you're just in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. You know, and I look on these high frequency traders trades, and they're having like what? They're trading like 5,000, not 5,000, 50K shares on a stock. They're just in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. That if everybody's doing it, if millions of people is doing that, getting to 100 volume is very easy. 100,000 volume is very easy. So I always think about that with the price and the high volume. It's like, how easy is that for just one person over PDT to do? All right, so CMD came down here, tested the 382s. Let's jump back over here on the scans. We see for it to start entering the previous body, what is this, 396? That it came down to, and just kind of taking its time. But on the hour chart, looks like indecision to the top of this candle though. So majority of this is sitting at indecision to the top side. We'll see how this closes. Working its way down now. So that's why we like to look at these higher time frames to see what's going on. Will it break all the way down? Will it engulf this previous body? Get under this 441 there. 441 on the hour chart. All right, let's jump back over here. HCDI. Donnell got HDCI. Let me see. I'm trying to catch up. Mike DBMA. Looks like Gigas stock of the day. HCDI. You got 400 shares. Nice. Nice little rip on that one. BIR is moving. Let's see. BI. Is it back moving? It's moving down for sure. But it is coming. I don't know. The news is what we have to check. I think I did look at this news. There was some reason I got this off of here. Let me see. Cleared for ulcerative colitis treatment. Okay. What was the reasoning? Was it just because it was cheap? I think it was. Because it's under $2 and it's probably not going to give no range. That would be interesting. Invested capital, earnings perspective. Oh, yeah. See, with these like that are cheap like this, I kind of like to see them with higher percent gains. This thing isn't even over 20%. That's why I was wondering. I was like, where is this thing? Yeah, this one's got 14%. I mean, it's fighting a nice little downtrend. Plus, it's in competition with GGE is also going down as well. 36%. In competition with HCDI and Alt, which has now broken down some more. Broken down even more, man. So that the weight loss catalyst is not holding up today. Not good. Not good at all. Path. Yeah. But I think we're seeing the top ones though for today. Let me see what SWE is doing. This is that tumor drug or whatnot. I'll continue to watch that one, but not interested today. Very low volume, just blah. HCDI continue to push up. Looks like it wants to go for a $2 break. Let's jump over here to the higher time frame. So we're seeing $2, $2. Got up here to this previous level right here on the weekly chart, which is the 191 that is kind of challenging right there. It did find a little bit of resistance the last time it was here. We'll see what it does. Can it rip through the $2? And then can it actually hold above this 125-ish level? Maybe the bodies of this previous candle. 122, 125. We'll see, but it's definitely up there, 123% up. Let's jump back over to alt. I don't think alt's going to be something that's going to be something today because of that weight loss. I'm going to take alt off. I just don't want to waste time looking at something that's trash like that. HCDI, HUBC, still up 56%. The only thing about HUBC is this ATR only 8 cents. I mean, you could look for a 2-cent gainer, I guess. Would be good on like 200K, 200,000 shares, but not something I want to keep there. Pixie, dead on the day, in a range right now. Don't really like that one. Just cutting down everything. Nexi, I think that's trash anyway. Once it opens up, wherever it opens up, really doesn't matter to me. So HCDI looks like the one on the day. It's at the top of all the scanners, top volume, my current watch, and the top percent gainer. So yeah, it's where the eyes are. Looking at this $2 level on HCDI, continues to show a little bit of resistance. It is 8:57. Not really seeing anything that I personally like to want to trade, but you know, sometimes things come up. Either way it goes, I think I'm just gonna chill out because this is the first day of the month. You know, I'd rather just get some better catalyst, better instead of what was the catalyst on HCDI? Did I even check that? Sometimes I don't remember when I look at this many stocks. I just have to go back and consumer discretionary stocks moving, blah blah blah, EPS. All right, what does this company do is the question. HCDCI. Okay, Harbor Custom Development. This is a real estate deployment. Oh, real estate development out of United States. Operates as a real estate development company in Washington, California, and Florida. That's kind of limited. All right. The company is involved in land development cycle, which includes the land acquisition, entitlement, development, and construction of product infrastructure or project infrastructure, single and multifamily vertical construction, and marketing and sale of various residential projects. It also undertakes projects such as residential lots, home communities, townhomes, and multi-story apartment properties. This company was formerly known as Harbor Custom Homes, Inc., and changed its name to Harbor Custom Development, Inc. in August 2019. Harbor Custom Development, Inc. was incorporated in 2014 and headquartered in Washington, okay, United States. All right, that's real estate. I don't know if real estate is going to break out. Another weak catalyst, actually. All right, HDCI alts. And so these are the top gainers for today that I'm still seeing. CMND barely broke over 20 and already going back under 20. Pixie over 20, but not really any volume. When we look at this volume, only 1 million shares traded. It is a low float, but I mean, it has no push. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, I am about to close this down and go and make some money doing something else. Um, Let me read some of these chats real quick. I know Danielle took money from HCDI. I don't believe it's a good company fundamentally. Dallas said tough industry. Yeah, real estate, especially with real estate, they're talking about things may be selling off and things like that. I just don't. I see so many people coming out of real estate rather than going in. That's my issue. Like if I'm gonna play in some market, it needs to be dumb money in there. If all the money is leaving, even the dumb money, it may not be the spot, bro. It may not be the spot. But yeah, good morning, Dallas. Hopefully you've been having had a good Thanksgiving, good holidays and whatever. We're coming into Christmas now, so in the Christmas spirit, we don't want to be starting off today red, trading something stupid. So on a Friday, going into the weekend, December 1st is a nice month to be in. We definitely want to keep something in the pocket. Got to buy these gifts and stuff like this. So don't want to be broke in December. Anyway, I see HCDI making its way back down now. HDCI $2. And remember, we know that most breakouts fail. This is what a failed breakout looks like. Comes up here to the $2 and gives up the ghost. We can see wrong one. We went right here. We saw this $2 where it found the previous level of resistance, barely broke out 203, and now back 40-cent loss on buying that breakout. So why even take the breakout, bro? Just be in early, bro. If you have to buy around a level of resistance, you're too late. Don't even take the trade, bro. Buying breakouts is a horrible idea. Horrible. Not the worst. The worst would be just not even looking at anything and just calling into your bank and being like, buy this. But beyond that, buying breakouts is pretty bad. But yeah, HCDI, has pretty much run its course. I'll keep an eye on SWTX. I really am interested in the tumor drug that they have working on, but I want to see it come into some kind of get out of this consolidate. I'm not good at consolidations, man. With SWTX, it looks like it wants to go up here and test this 34, but man, it's been in a long. And this is the monthly chart, so this has been in here since June, July, August, September, all of the end of last year. And then we're coming into this year. So a whole year in consolidation. And now receiving news that it has this tumor drug. So will this be the news that takes it out of this range here? I don't know. But I am interested. So I'll keep an eye on it. If it starts to break, it might be interesting though. But yeah, I don't think it pays any kind of dividend or anything. I mean, if it paid a dividend, I'd just get in now. I'd be like, whatever, But as for now, just analyzing and looking at it, because I'm pretty sure that's going to pop back up. If any kind of cancer drugs pop out, this one will probably receive some type of sentiment. But yeah. Dallas says, let me see. Dallas, raise your glass if you want more nitty. Okay. Let's see. I don't believe that's a good company fundamentally, right? I'm currently holding the tech sector long, but the trade is red. Actually green, I looked away. Dallas says, in consolidation, try buying at a signal, then exit on the first positive day, up to 5 days, just an idea. Yeah, I mean, but where is this signal gonna come from? Is this signal I just rather let's say if it had this news and it came back to maybe 25, the bottom of this range, I would be interested. But and I would just be like, okay, well, if it breaks down, like if I put it down here like right under 20 or at 18, because I'll probably take smaller size with this being a swing, for it to try to exit out to the 34s. But I would like to get in towards these levels that have been tested multiple times. So it's been tested here at the 23, 22s, 23s, 22s, 23s multiple times. So could that be, that's an interesting level to me. I really don't know about a signal, but a level of support, that's interesting right there. Bottom of that range and just hold it for the as reliable Rudy likes to say, hold for the dream, right? Let it go up. If it gets mid range, it gets to 30. I mean, you could take a little bit just to be safe, but with that news, the sky's the, well, I say the sky's the limit. The sky's really not the limit because it has past past stuff back here that has been going on, and not stuff, past resistance levels that are on the chart, on the monthly chart as well. But yeah, interesting. I just saw it yesterday and I was like, interesting. I don't know why I pulled this one up though. Rex. What was Rex? Sometimes I had to go back and question myself. I'm like, why did I pull this up? What's wrong with me? Let me look at Rex and then I'm gonna get on off of here. I gotta get on down to this meeting. Anyway, Rex American Resource, record high close. Nasdaq falls. Crude oil. Rex American shares hit all times high. Q3 or third quarter. Lazy, is this Lazy Boy? No way. Let's go over here and see what Rex is. REX. Basic materials, chemicals. Okay, that is definitely not what I was thinking. Rex American Resources Corporation, together with its subsidiaries, produces sells ethanol in the United States. The company also offers corn distillers, grains, non-food grade corn oil, gasoline, natural gas. So this is an energy play that I did not know. I just threw it on there because it looked interesting yesterday. I didn't really look into it. But yeah, got some good earnings there. As you say, you're into the tech sector, but I did see oil coming back up slowly. I had got out of my oil position for profit, but it started falling. I got out around. Let me go back over here. I got out around when it started breaking down this 86-ish area, and it just kept going down. I was like, yeah, I'm glad I cut that because it came into this previous level on the monthly chart of resistance, and I saw it kind of fading. I was like, okay, I'm gonna let this month close. I was kind of holding. It was holding around 91, and then this new month opened up, and it started going down, and it was like eating up this past green candle. I was like, huh, that's kind of weird. So I jumped out here, and it ended up being an engulfing candle on the month, taking the whole body of this previous candle out and continuing down. So I was like, man, that was glad I got out of there. And 86, the reason that I got at 86 is the bodies of these candles right here that found that previous resistance was literally at 86. So when it broke down, I just got out. I was like, yeah, I'm good. But what else we got? Oh, that's it for today. If you're gonna continue trading, definitely keep your head on a swivel. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Let me check out these chats real quick. Actually, green looked away. I use obscure technical indicators for this signal. Need an NDA for the algo. Yeah. Okay, need an NDA. All right. Let me see. The key context is buy at signal, hold to 5 days, then exit on red or green based on signal. Yep. Okay. Well, for me, the strategies that seem to work the best is just buying support and resistance. I don't use anything anymore. Like VWAP gone, SMA gone, EMA gone, all that gone. Just support and resistance on the monthly chart. So I go to the monthly chart, look for support and resistance. work my way down to the weekly, the daily, the 4 hour, the hour, the 15 minute. That's how I do it. That's it. Super simple. Just support and resistance. But yeah, that is it for me today. Appreciate y'all dropping all y'all's knowledge. Congratulations to Donnell. I may look back into the market today. I may not. I don't know. I got a couple of things I gotta get done, but yeah, I will be in the Discord. Of course, the Discord link dropped in there. Somebody's calling me. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm late for this meeting. All right. So yeah, that is it for me today. Y'all enjoy y'all's weekend. And as always, it's a pleasure to know that you guys are staying in the game of trading, learning more, becoming better, and I'm trying to do the same. Like I said, for right now on the year, I'm 60-40, 6% win, 40% losers. So I'm just trying to, I think that that's a good percentage, but I just want to make sure that I'm capitalizing on those winners because I'm taking pretty good profit, and I just, I need more data behind it because I've been using this strategy for about like 3 months or something like that. This strategy that I've been using with the support and resistance and just not using anything else. I've limited the amount of trades that I need to take per month. I can take time off and just come back and just still it works. Support and resistance works no matter what. So I say no matter what, it does matter. If it's a bad catalyst, it may just crack that support. But yeah, that's it for me today. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.